Good morning, Claxton students, staff, and families. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, and it's the 27th day of school. Today is National Great American Pot Pie Day. Have you ever had chicken pot pie? With the weather getting cooler, chicken pot pie does sound good. Today's weather will be cloudy with a high of 73. The specialist team and I really enjoy putting together the news for you every day. We'd love to hear more from you. You can send in your jokes, golden tickets, wonders, and stories about how you're proactive by using the Google form on the remote learning page. You can even upload a video on the form of you telling your joke, giving someone a golden ticket, or doing the arts cheer yourself. We cannot wait to hear from you soon. You can also ask your parents to email CLX announcements at acs@gmail.net, and your video, joke, or golden ticket will be read on the announcements. Let's hear from Miss Rigsby for our Hive B Days.
I'm sorry, Miss Nichols. Miss Rigsby was busy, but I was available, so I'm here to wish a happy birthday to Caden M. in 5th grade. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, and you, happy birthday to you.
Thanks, Miss Rigsby. Before we create Wednesdays with Miss Olson, we wanted to share some student art that was sent in. I'm so excited.
Claxton artists, it's Mrs. Olson, and I'm back this week with another Artful Mindfulness activity. This week's activity is a mindful breathing activity, and because we're artists also, we're going to incorporate art into your breathing technique. We're going to do that by creating a sculpture. So what you're going to be doing is using aluminum foil and permanent markers. It's important that you use permanent ink markers like Sharpies or something like that, because when you draw and create on top of the foil, you want it to stay on there. Water-based markers will smear off of it. So you want to make sure that they are permanent ink markers. Once you use those markers, you're going to create something like this. You're going to fill it up with wonderful designs and super colorful designs, okay? Then you're going to be creating, and you'll see in the following demonstration part of the video, you'll see how you're going to be creating. You're going to take those colorful areas and you're going to make them into strips, and you're going to create this wonderful little kinetic or movable sculpture. That sculpture will also be placed onto a little handle like this. So then what you're going to be able to do with this is really focus your attention and your breath on this sculpture and making it move. So check it out. Wow, so you can see it really takes all your attention to put it on this tiny movable little sculpture and to get it to move. So you're going to focus all your attention on your breath and moving this sculpture around and creating a kinetic sculpture. I hope you enjoy this activity.
Thanks, Miss Olson. I cannot wait to practice mindful breathing with a spinning sculpture. That's so cool. All right, Claxon leaders, are you ready to laugh? Maggie H says, a kid asked their teacher, what's a student's 3 favorite words? And the teacher says, I don't know. And the kid says, correct. Thanks, Maggie. Paxton A with some more jokes. How did the telephone ask his girlfriend to marry him? He gave her a ring. Clever, Paxton. Did you hear what happened to the wooden car with the wooden engine and the wooden wheels? It wouldn't go. I'm really enjoying these jokes every morning. Keep them coming in. They start my day with a smile. Here are some golden tickets. Jada H says, I would like to give a golden ticket to Miss Lauder because every time the computer doesn't load quick enough, she would always sit there and say, I love technology. And she would just wait there patiently till it loaded. Oh, Jada, thank you for sending that. A golden ticket for Miriam W. for setting a goal of reading 17 books in one weekend and working hard to meet it. 17 books! She began with the end in mind by setting a goal and tracking her progress. She put first things first by reading each day before playing. She not only met her goal, but exceeded it. We're so proud of how hard she's working to master reading. Way to go, Miriam. Tristan D would like to give a golden ticket to Miss Nichols and Miss Brittany and for coming to my house. That was so nice. Tristan, we loved seeing you. All right, and now here's Mr. Garrity for Wonder Wednesday.
Hi, Claxton leaders. Welcome to Wonder Wednesday, where we think about the world together through inquiry. This week, we're going to talk about a really important part of inquiry, and that is questions. And we're going to talk about 6 different words that can help us ask questions. So those 6 words are these: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, there are other words that we use to start questions, but these 6 words are really important and common ones that we use every day. Today, as we listen to our questions from our Wonder Wall, I want you to think about the word that the asker of the question uses to start their question. And then I want to challenge you to think about how that might impact the answer that we get from that question. We're going to keep talking about this, but think about it while we're reading our questions for this week. Jude L asks, why did dinosaurs go extinct? Paxton A asks, how was Earth made? Ronan asks, how do TVs work? Ooh, there's some why and how questions there. How do you measure the size of waves in the ocean? How? Do magnets still have 2 poles, positive and negative, when broken in half? Why or why not? That's a great question, Reed. Wow, very interesting. That was a different word, the word do, to start his question. Interesting. Do crabs have lungs? Jesse asks. And lastly, how do lizards change color? Silas D. So those are some of our questions from this week, and most of those had how and why words to start the question. There are also some other ones from earlier weeks that I want to share again to help us think about these words. Augustus asked, what makes things rot? There's a what at the beginning of that question. This week, as you think about your questions, I want to challenge you to choose your word at the beginning of the question. Sometimes, if we use the word why or how, it will lead to a deep and complex answer. If we use the word when, it will probably result in a time, like when is lunch? Well, it's going to be around 12 o'clock today. The words we use to start our questions can help us think deeply about the world and help us find answers to those questions. This week, we have 2 ways that you can share your questions. The first is through the announcements form, just like you have been. The second is through a new Flipgrid channel that Miss Nava Egid created for us. So this week, look for that Flipgrid channel and look for the announcements form on our remote learning website. Thank you so much and happy wondering.
Thank you, Mr. Garrity. All right, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow on our Honeycomb News. Bye-bye.
This week for specials, Kinder and Third have music, First and Fourth have drama, Second and Fifth have art. There is no show and share on Friday. We will be making up Monday's specialists on Friday. And second grade is continuing their Monarch Butterfly Workshop in art this week. Don't forget to check out the Specialist Club schedule each day. You can join these by going to the Meet Nickname, Claxton Art, Claxton Library, Claxton Music, Claxton PE, and Claxton Drama. Check out a club that interests you.
Now it's time for the Claxton Pledge. At Claxton Elementary, I am a leader. I pledge to live the habits, value the arts, and celebrate our hive's diversity. I work hard to learn new things and always give my best effort. I show respect to others and choose to be a leader in my community. I am attentive, responsible, thoughtful, and safe. I am a proud and dependable Claxton Bee, even when no one is watching me. Remember, you and your family can send in jokes and golden tickets and shout outs to our email account, and we'll include them in the announcements as soon as we can. We're going to wait a little bit to set our wigs. The email account that you should email these to is clxannouncements@acsgmail.net. You can also submit to the CLX announcements by filling out the Google form on our remote learning website.